Origins and Inspirations. And I hope you'll find it interesting. So, first of all, not in order chronologically, but hopefully in order to try to make something intelligible. Fooled by Randomness by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Now, who here has read that? All right, more people than have read my book. And I think it's very important. I think it's an excellent book with very, very important ideas. Now, don't tell Nassim I said this, but I tell all the people I speak to that it is either the most important badly written book or the worst written very important book that you'll ever read. I think it's not very clear, and I think it's not, well, maybe there's no attempt to make it clear. But I think a lot of the ideas are very important and even profound, in my opinion. So, among other things, and the basic theme is that in investing, there's a lot of randomness. And if you look at investing as a field without randomness, where everything is determinative, you'll get confused because you will not draw the proper inferences from what you see. For example, just a brief example, you see somebody and they report a great return for the year. The scientist who thinks that the investment world runs like the world of physics might think, well, great return, that means the guy's a great investor. But in truth, it might be somebody who took a crazy shot and got lucky. Why? Because there's a lot of randomness in the world. When I went to Wharton, 1963, the first book I remember learning was called Decision Making Under Uncertainty by C. Jackson Grayson, who became, as I recall, America's first energy czar. And I learned a couple of important things from that book. Number one, that you can't tell from an outcome whether a decision was good or bad. It's very important. Most people don't understand this. Totally counterintuitive. But the truth is, in the real world where there's randomness at work, I mean, if you build a bridge and it falls down, then you must assume that the engineer made a mistake. That it was a bad decision to build the bridge that way. But in the real world of where there's randomness, good decisions fail to work all the time. Bad decisions work all the time. The investment business is full of people who are, quote, right for the wrong reason. Made a bad decision. It didn't work out the way they thought, but they got lucky, and they were bailed out by events. So this is very important, and this is the basic theme of Fooled by Randomness, Taleb's first book. Since then, he has written the Black Swan, which became more famous, but I don't think it's as good a book. And he's written a book called Antifragile, and that one didn't get famous.